So in a couple of our last videos, we've talked a lot about who potentially could be the MVP of season 1 of House of the Dragon. And I think me and you've fully agreed King V has to be the MVP. And I,
Yes.
I really didn't think I was going to waver on this at all. But I'm starting to warm up to the fact that between Daemon and King V, Daemon might actually be the MVP of the season. And first off, I want to get your thoughts on it, and then I'll go into my reasons why.
Yeah. Oh, I have some reasons why I was thinking this too. Like I started to waver a little bit. And I think a lot of it was we were just so won over by episode 8, right?
Oh,
A lot of those
yes.
scenes are just so good. Like it makes you think so highly of him. At that time, after watching that, I was so hyped watching that, so much more so than having watched any episode of any show in so long, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I am warming up to the idea of Daemon. I think that Daemon actually teaches us a lot of real life lessons that King V just does not.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we can go into some of those, but let's move on here. Let me hear what you got. Give me
Well,
an example.
one of the reasons why was so many people loving Damon, and I know people are really like thirsty after Matt Smith, and I kind of understand why. But we've
Kinda.
done a ton of polls on our channel, and no matter who, if I put Damon up as a potential category, no matter what,
Yeah,
he
he
gets
wins.
so many votes. People just love him no matter what. I have a current poll up of who do you think would be a better king of Westeros, Damon or Otto? And overwhelmingly, it's Damon. And I'm
Really?
like, there's no way, guys. There's no way.
You should do some reverse psychology. Say like, who would be a worse king of Westeros? Just
Oh,
put Daemon's
yeah.
name. See if he gets
Let's see
picked.
it.
Because what if they
Let's see
just
it.
vote for Daemon no matter what?
That
Or
might
I
be the
guess
thing.
maybe there's a cleverer way you could do that. But okay, you want me to give you one of my reasons or no?
Real quick, smash
go
that
ahead.
like button, everybody, right now. Like, we all know we want to smash Damon.
We do, yeah.
If we ever got in a situation like this. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Or subscribe right now, because eventually in the stream, you might want to unsubscribe to us. And if you do not subscribe at first, you wouldn't be able to unsubscribe. So actually, I have a list here. And if you want to go first here on reasons why. But he drives a plot a lot of the times more than other characters because he's very proactive in the things he's doing. That's a good reason why I like it. And it feels like King V is a lot more reactionary in his things, and
He is.
And Damon's proactive.
Yeah, he actually is. It's like, well, I was going to relate it to real life politics, but let's not even go there. But yes, I totally agree with that. I think, and this is mine, main reasons kind of play more into the last 3 reasons you have here. But my first one, I think he teaches a lot of real life lessons to the audience that people could learn from. First of all, respect yourself. Okay, respect yourself. He does not put himself in any position that he doesn't want to be in.
True.
He doesn't do things for other people that maybe would cause him self-harm or like for their benefit or whatever. Is he sometimes a little bit harsh about that? Yes. But he really does respect himself. He will not entertain toxic relationships that he's a part of, like his first wife. Dude, that girl was insufferable. What does he do? He gets out of the marriage the only way that you can in this time period. Oh, I'm so sorry that murder is the only way to get out of it. He's a victim of
He
his
didn't
time.
murder her. He put her down. She didn't want to live like that.
He did, and it was an accident. You know, all he was going to do is whip out his bow or his sword, whatever, and show her something cool. I don't even know what he was going to do. Either way, it was not an aggressive move.
If we really wanted to like break down that scene, I think he was gonna bring that rock, put it underneath her head, so she had something to rest her head on. But he probably slipped, fell, and then bashed her head in like 3 times. So
He may not have even bashed the head in. Like, I don't know. She was paralyzed right at that moment. It's like if he did bash her head in, that's literally a mercy killing. And if he did not bash her head in, which he probably didn't, he probably did just give her a pillow and then she died of starvation or something, because it's like, dude, his back's probably sore from carrying this show. So he's not going to be able to carry her all the way back to the Vale for the Maester to tend to, you know?
True.
Just saying. All right, sorry, go ahead, say something.
no, I like your respect yourself part of Damon, because
I think it's legit.
in scenes where I want him to like embrace some person, like, oh, you should go back with King V when he's talking to him after Lyanna's death. And he's like, yeah, come back. He's like, come back to King's Landing with me. That's where you belong. And he's kind of like, dude, I don't want to go back there. I don't like most of the people there. I love you, Viserys, but I don't want to go back there. Or the time where his daughter can't have a dragon. He's kind of like, you know what? Why am I wasting my time with this girl? If she can't have a dragon, you know, like he respects himself enough, being like, what would I doing here? I'm wasting my time if you can't control a dragon. You're not really my daughter.
That's
I don't
true.
know, I do like that aspect to him. To a degree, it's cold-hearted, but at the end of the day, he respects himself and is very self-interested.
Yeah, and I think that's a positive trait to have, especially when you're talking about somebody who might rule a kingdom or like might play a large role in ruling a kingdom, right? Like, honestly, it is probably a good thing. What's your next one here? Let me explain your next one, I should say.
What, the plays many roles? Dude, he is so many. He does so many things in Game of Thrones, where he's not just like the king and the father and like sometimes a brother, like King Viserys is. I like King V. I love King V. Love him more than any person in this whole series. But he's not a lover generally most of the time. He's a brother, but most of the time his brother is like such a frustration part of it. A father, husband, fighter. Like all these parts of him are different aspects that we actually see. And plus, who's his name? Daemon actually earns his crown as king. Viserys was basically, hey, I'm the alternatives in case you don't want to vote for the other guy, right? Or like the girl, right? Like many people claim in different elections. I'm not gonna pick one, but there'll be an election and there'll be a person that's no one wants that person, so they pick the other person, right? So this is
like the lesser of two evils or something,
right,
yeah.
So Rhaenys gets up there and like, dude, this girl is crazy. Even though in the books, it's Laenor who they're trying to push up there as the rightful heir. But yeah, Viserys, yeah, definitely kind of fumbles his way into the crown, and Daemon gets the Stepstone's crown by himself. Well, maybe not by himself, but with the help of other people. But you know what I'm saying.
Right. I feel like maybe we should go into some reasons why Viserys is good. But let me keep jerking off Daemon here for a second, I guess.
Real quick, yeah.
Yeah, real quick. I have another life lesson that he teaches you, okay? Teaches especially all the young men out there that need help these days or whatever.
Yeah.
Your semen is sacred. Save your seed for only those worthy. And who does he save it for? Only people he deems worthy. Those being, what's her name? Laena, right? Yeah. Laena, Valerian, dude.
Yep.
Tell me she's not worthy. She's the daughter of old Valyria, dude. And she's one of the best looking people in the show. We see the Daemon.
Vhagar. She's able to the
biggest dragon in the house, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, there's strategy there to that. You can't tell me the Daemon did not pull an alpha and actually intelligent move when he was clearly so close to finishing, and he stopped finishing with his whore or whatever in that first episode.
Oh, I know, dude. Totally not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it at all. He knew what was going to happen afterward, the regret he was going to feel. And, dude, honestly, the kind of shit she might try to pull, like, now I'm pregnant with your kid, your royal blood. Like, I'm about to do some crazy shit with your kid. He got out of that situation immediately. And what did he do? Only finished with arguably even people that he loved. He may even be teaching the life lesson of, like, sex is for love. No joke.
I think he is, and a lot of people are saying he can't finish. He doesn't know how to finish. I'm like, dude, are we watching the same show here?
He had 5 fucking kids.
I know. He's finished than most other people in the show have.
Yes.
I think he's produced probably the most kids, more than King V, more than Corlys, more than Otto, I think. But yeah,
he's virile as fuck, dude.
Dude, he's great, and you know why? Because his body count, like we just said, right now his body count's so high. And it's also high when it comes to the other aspect of killing people. That's an awesome thing to do. And I know a lot of people are being like, what he did at King's Landing, the cleanup, was it flea bottom?
We hate slaughter. Shut the dude.
Get in line.
Get in line.
Your balls are getting chopped off next.
Didn't you hear what he said in his guards? Murderer, rapist. You think they're lying?
Dude, what am I going to be the guy that not to cut off the rapist's balls?
I know. It's like, dude, this guy's a rapist. Go cut off his balls. If I say no right there, and then tomorrow, like, another girl gets raped by this guy, that's on me.
Oh, dude, that is on you. Also, the peer pressure. Like,
the peer pressure is definitely an aspect too. It's like, okay, you might not be a rapist, but it's like, you gotta act.
My boys are telling me.
I'm gonna look like an idiot if I don't.
My boys are gonna think I like that stuff. I ain't that guy. Yeah, Daemon definitely. But he seems like the driving force in all of this, and that's why I like him. But I still don't know if I fully want to be saying Daemon's MVP, because that King V in so many parts too, he is the guy with the bigger struggle of the weight of the realm, especially the prophecy in the background. You kind of see it weighing on him, not only the Seven Kingdoms, but also the prophecy and trying to be a good dad to have his daughter pick love, even though she's completely stupid in every action she does. Yes. It does not make sense what Rhaenyra does. And Daemon is just so self-interested, like you said. I think I take a lot of life lessons from Daemon, but who's like the more duty-bound person? King V, right? But is he?
But he's kind of duty-bound though, like by the book. He's like duty-bound because it is the way it is, not because it makes sense necessarily. You know what I mean? That's kind of the difference between it, and there's merit to that. Like he's playing within the rules, because if he doesn't, there's going to be serious conflict, and he's putting himself and his family at risk. But that's just because he doesn't have like the fortitude or like, the fucking cojones to like face the consequences of not wanting to do it. And he also may just be like fat and happy with the status quo. And again, nothing wrong with that. Like he's the only king not to start a war, right? True. During his reign. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say anything against King V. I just think Damon's really the underdog in this conversation. So it's like, I don't know. We got to give him something. You know, King V's stuff is all very obvious.
Yeah, King V, but King V also like leans on his Valyrian sword all the time. He just uses like a cane. Meanwhile, Daemon is taking
Damon's
off.
putting it to good use.
He's putting some miles on that bad boy.
Yes, he is.
Even in the throne room, cuts off Vaemon's head for speaking ill about his
Absolutely.
wife. But
How many rooms in the Red Keep do you think Daemon has killed somebody with his sword?
Oh, dude.
Or killed somebody in general, I guess. How many
Give me
people?
an over-under here. Like, how many people?
Yeah.
Ooh, confirmed. Like, if you had to say two and a half.
Price is Right rules, too. Price is Right rules.
2.5. Or you just do the over-under, like 2.5. Do you have to pick over and under? Because you have to do, like, either below, like 2 or below, or...
if you go over, you're fucked.
If I go over, that's so hard. But yeah,
I don't have
Price is Right rules. I might go 3, but I can't say if it's confirmed with the sword. He might have killed that many people though.
I think 10. I think there's 10 different
people?
rooms in the Red Keep that he's killed someone in. Yeah, 10 people, maybe even more people. I'm just saying there may be a room he's killed multiple people in. In fact, I'd be surprised if that Vaemon is the only person he's killed in that throne room.
Yeah. Well,
to be honest with you,
here's a better question about how to phrase this whole video up, and I want people to comment down below what they think right now after I ask this.
Immediately.
Yes. If you pluck King V or Daemon out, take each scenario, like the whole Game of Thrones series, or excuse me, House of Dragon season 1. You pluck Vaemon or King V out. How's the series play out, or like a lesser version of him, and Daemon out, and you have like a lesser version of him? Which series is better, or which one's worse? Like which more now is impactful, or has a bigger impact by that character? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I totally understand what you're saying. That's actually a really tough question because it's like my immediate reaction is to say, oh, Daemon's way more important if you do that because there's a lot of action scenes with him or whatever, and like his restlessness kind of drives the plot in a lot of ways. But if you think about it, a lot of that restlessness, like the things that result from his bullshittery, kind of happens because King V makes those decisions for him. Like, Daemon, you tried to fuck my daughter, or you did fuck my daughter, whatever. I don't know. You're going back to the Vale.
And you're not denying it.
You seem proud of it. You seem very proud of it.
And then when the wedding comes, Damon's like, he comes back. He's like, hey, I'm here. He's like, dude, I just told you. But what am I supposed to do? Like, freak out in front of all these people now? Like, oh, got my King V balls in a vice here in front of everybody at this wedding.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So it's like King V actually seems like the person making all of these decisions for him. Like, Damon's definitely the more wild card. But yeah, exactly.
He's reacting.
Yeah, you're right.
Daemon, this is how I'm actually kind of visualizing it now, right? Daemon has like a ton of like on base, like single base hits, and he's like, oh wow, he's really good. He gets on base a lot. He's like a part of the show, and a lot of parts he's in are the best parts of each episode. Every part he's in, he's doing something. He's like conniving in his own little way, and you're like, oh dude, he steals a scene, right? Damon's in.
He always
does.
Yeah.
King V has like a few episodes where he just the home run where you're like, oh, King V, and it was mostly episode 8. It's like the
it's just mostly
one, right?
Well, he has 2 home runs on that episode. Is the thing.
Yeah, where he's like, that was amazing, like and you weren't expecting it either, too.
Yeah, but then he has he also has the fucking, I don't know, what do you call it? What's like the worst possible play you can make in baseball? It's not just a foul, but like, was it?
An error in the outfield where like the ball's like kind of dribbling towards you and you can easily pick it up.
Yeah,
but then
pulls
you fumble
that
it around.
Fucking air at the end when he's talking to Allison thinking it's Rhaenyra. So I don't even know, man. That might undo the home runs. But again, if that was not him in that position, I don't know. But then again, they could get anybody in there to fucking mislead Alicent into thinking that Aegon's supposed to be on the throne. And even so, Otto was going to do it anyway. Otto's actually a much more important character than King V, I think. No, this is a tough conversation.
This is hard. Yeah, see, and the more we talk about them, the more I love Daemon and King V, and I really just...
I just want to see him fuck. Oh, whoops.
Well, that's in the realm of possibilities. They're Targaryens.
Correct.
They do this. But the more I wish there was like more seasons of this. But it was such a perfect season for King Viserys. I'm trying to think if there was, because I usually say, like gun to my head, gun to my balls. But I'm trying to think of a version like, Valyrian sword to my head, Valyrian sword to my balls, right?
Right. Yeah, or like whatever.
Daemon at both of them, right? Because of Daemon
ideally,
and Fleet Bottom. Who would I have to pick? Like who pick right now? It's like King V. I still have to go King V, even though I'm really warming up to Daemon.
I think I've got to go Daemon now after this conversation. We talked about doing this video, and then I thought about basically the same thing as you talked about, but then the public service announcements and the life lessons, like the G.I. Joe kind of the more you know shit started hitting me. And I thought, wow, like, if I was 10 or 15 years younger, Daemon might shape me to be a different man. Better man? questionable. But
Right.
I mean, the ability to shape a person like that is great. King V, I just look at like, oh, like he's like my dad or my grandpa, even though he's nothing like them. He kind of puts that. He kind of
He's
like
nothing
gives
like
that.
your dad.
Not at all. He gives that
Damon's more
vibe
like
though.
your
Like,
dad.
oh, dude, maybe that's why he's my MVP. I don't know.
Yeah. Who would you want coming home with your daughter? King V, 100%. But who would I rather be like? I feel like Damon.
Actually,
At
it's
the end
like
of the day,
who do I want coming home with my daughter? I think King V, but then like legacy and like retrospect, who do you want marrying your daughter and like looking after your daughter? Like, okay, assuming your daughter's not a psycho bitch, okay? Because
it's just not that Rune or the Royce girl, right? Is that what you're saying? Right?
yeah, as long as he's not the Royce girl, because it's like I get Damon did do that weird out of character thing and kind of choke Rhaenyra a little bit, but I think
Well,
we've all established that that's just foreplay for them and they like it, right?
exactly.
Like we didn't see him do anything like that to Lena. In
He didn't
fact,
say stop.
you go back to the incident, the parallel incident when the baby was unable to come out of their wives,
Mhm.
Viserys' first wife and Lena. Viserys basically immediately made the decision like, yeah, kill my fucking wife. I don't care. I want the kid more than my wife. But Daemon asked, will the mother survive the procedure? And the maester said no. And Daemon never even gave an answer. He couldn't say, yes, please kill my wife. He couldn't do it.
True. So, I mean, I am really warming up to Damon, and I'm almost there. But I would like to know everyone else's thoughts about who you pick over King V or Daemon. Who is the MVP of season 1 of House of the Dragon? Let us know down in the comments. Do you have anything else to say here, Gator, before we wrap this thing up?
No, in fact, I had way more to say than I thought I was going to say. So,
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh,
well,
hell yeah.
everyone, smash that like button. Like, like Damon is going to smash your daughter, and you're going to be like, what the fuck, dude?
Yes.
Like, come on, Damon.
See, that's the answer right there. The what we want you to do to the like button, to the subscribe button, it can only be illustrated by what Daemon does in the bedroom, not King V. If you did what King V does in the
no.
bedroom, that like button's not even going to be pushed. Like you can try, but you're not going to see our shit in your feed. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, maybe
gotta
that's
be
why we
Daemon.
that's why we like Damon, or excuse me, King V so much. He's flaccid like us the whole time.
That's
A
it.
flaccid boy.
That's right. We have erection envy. That's why we're kind of idolizing Daemon here too. It's all fake. Whole life's a lie.
Flaceres? I'm trying to make it work here.
Flaceres. Yep. Flaceres Targaryen. There it is.
Well, don't smash it like Flaceres. Smash it like Damon. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this.